Dad Joke Wednesday, right?
Happy Dad Joke Wednesday.
That's where we are. We are there, you guys. Don't you have an announcement? You have a little bit of an announcement.
Well, not as much of an announcement as a reminder.
Okay.
We talked about this at the opening of yesterday's show, that by now every ticket holder for Camp Tono later this month, because now we're in April officially, later this month, every one of you should have received an email that came from Macarena at themocdoc.com. So check your spam. Every one of you should have received an email with information about not only the time change of the main event on Saturday, which is now 1 to 6, still at the same location as was indicated on our ticket sales page. The location has not changed, just the time. It's 1 to 6. And also the sign up opportunity for our Friday get together, which is just sort of like the pre-meet and greet. And so if you check your spam and you have not received that email, you can write to Macarena at themocdoc.com and request for another copy of it, I guess. Although at this point, I think the Friday event is now full, and everybody is going to get either an email saying, yay, you made it, that you're one of the first 175 people to respond, and here is more information about the Friday gathering. In a couple weeks, you will get that. Okay. You shouldn't have already gotten it. You will get it in a couple weeks. And if you were not part of the 175, you will also get an email in a couple weeks that says, sorry, but that you didn't make it in, and we'll just see you on Saturday. So regardless, you're going to hear one way or the other, but not right now. Okay. So you don't need to send emails saying, did I make it in? Did I not make it in? Do not do that, please. You will all hear within a couple of weeks. And the people who are going to come to the Friday event, you will also find out where it is in a couple of weeks. Okay. So again, not yet. And no one has heard yet, so you don't have to send emails. I promise you'll get more information. But if you haven't heard anything at all about this, check your spam. And then if you still check spam and you don't see anything from Macarena at themocdoc.com, then you can send an email to that address requesting more information. I hope that
clears it up.
Those questions. Because I have a lot of people who got the email saying, so when am I going to find out? And I was like, as it said in the email, you will find out in a couple weeks. So
did I make it?
Ask me.
Yes. Okay. All right. You guys, register now for the Cutting Through Market Noise live webinar this Thursday. It's tomorrow. Tomorrow at 3:30 p.m.
That's right.
Pacific. You can do that. Schedule your free Know Your Risk portfolio review and subscribe to Zach's daily market recap at knowyourriskpodcast.com. That's knowyourriskpodcast.com. Do it. What's happening? You okay?
I don't know. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Is
Ron all right? Is Ron slamming things? Is he mad?
I don't know. I mean, there's nobody in the room with me at this time, but there's noise that seems to be coming out from outside the windows, which is freaking me out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is, but just sorry, that is happening.
Okay.
All right. Before we get into the big story of the day, which is, of course, bimbofication gate. And I was yesterday years old, as I'm sure many of you were, when you found out that is even a thing. But before we do that, I do want to just make sure that if you hadn't heard this horrible news, you need to hear this horrible news, which is that Shelley Kittleson, who I think is from CNN, American journalist, I know you've seen her before, is constantly on the ground in terrifyingly dangerous situations. And she was kidnapped in Baghdad yesterday. This was according to the Iraqi Ministry of the Interior. And then apparently she has a rep here who also tweeted about this saying, I can confirm that my friend Shelley Kittleson was abducted and may have been taken hostage in Baghdad by Hezbollah.
Oh my
Whereabouts
God.
Condition are unknown. I am her designated U.S. point of contact. If you have information, please provide it to law enforcement and send me a DM. And as of this morning, they do not know where she is. There is video of the moment that she was abducted and pulled into this car. And then they arrested one person who was allegedly involved, but that arrest has not led to any information about her. And so that's awful. That's the most That's the worst possible thing I can imagine, is being kidnapped by a freaking Islamic terrorist.
Right. Nothing good comes from that, as we've seen, like with October 7th. And this is, wow. Yeah. Prayers for her family. I can't even imagine. My God.
I know. And so there's warnings in Iraq, there's warnings in Saudi Arabia to any Americans, like, get out,
especially women, women.
Oh my gosh. And she's blonde and blue-eyed and like all the things, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm terrified for her.
Right.
So if you had not heard that news yet, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that did happen yesterday.
It is terrifying, Tracy. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. All right. I don't even know how to segue from that into bimbofication gate.
To
that's
some
what we're
dude
about
that
to
puts
do.
like fake boobs on him. Like he puts fake bolt-ons on at the front of him.
What is our world?
I don't know. I feel like these people, like a lot of these people that are in government and that tangentially, are near our government, have always been freaks. And maybe we are now starting to find out because of social media and the 24/7 news cycle. Maybe they've just always been this freaky deaky.
I think that's probably true, but they were less able. There was no platform for them to find each other. And so they all stayed quiet in the shadows and you just didn't know about it. Now it's like there's bulletin boards for these people with the same fetishes to connect. And it's just, you know what I mean?
I can count the normal people on one hand,
It's getting
maybe
fewer and
two,
fewer, that's for sure.
2 hands. It's like the heterosexual, not to discount gay, because gay people, it's fine if you're gay, it's fine. But I'm just talking about like heterosexual Christian couples that are normal, that are just normal. Yeah. Like they're endangered, you guys.
They in danger, girl.
They in danger.
Uh-huh. So if you have no idea what we're talking about, and congratulations, honestly, if you don't.
Yeah.
Some of the news cycles, I just, like yesterday, I said to Ron at one point, I was like, these are the days where I'm just like, am I in the right job? Because I don't know how much of this I can handle.
Just don't know. Mm-hmm.
So if you missed the big headline and the associated main photograph, the Daily Mail reported an exclusive yesterday with the headline reading, "Secret Double Life of Kristi Noem's cross-dressing husband, Brian, the pouting, busty bimbo photos, and trove of explicit messages." And we'll go through some of the tidbits of the article from the Daily Mail. And so on page 1, everybody was like, wait a minute, what? So it turns out the Daily Mail got tons of messages, hundreds, they say, of messages involving Brian and 3 women from this bimbofication scene, where this is where women like transform themselves into the really weird Barbie dolls that have like just the
giant
enormous boobs that are just ridiculous. Like it's not that they're going for anything that resembles even close to what reality is. They want to look ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And he apparently is not only super into that, but also kind of wants to have that. So he had all these messages with people, which was really, really dumb considering the position of his wife being Secretary of Homeland Security, because it obviously compromises her in lots and lots of ways.
Well, maybe he thought that he was exempt from, being under a microscope, like she could protect him somehow.
Maybe. I mean, that's a good point. But he was really dumb about it. And now here's a photo of how he decided he would become part of the bimbofication process. He took 2 balloons and pointed not so straightly.
Right, like the nipples are
try-ons.
Off. Right, it's a little off there, Byron.
And then also, what you can't see in that picture, at least very well, is that he also put on little pink spandex hot pants. So that was part of the getup. So according to page 2 of this article, there's another photo, which you'll see in a moment. But he was asked for money, I guess, because people were going to bribe him to extort money out of him. This was also a really bad thing. He sent 25 grand via Cash App and PayPal. And so but then when these payments wouldn't actually go through, one of the women became disgruntled enough that she posted about this behavior on social media, immediately deleted it. And this is when things started to go a little bit haywire for him. Here's another photo of a different outfit.
God.
Presumably different balloons and different hot pants.
Yeah, he really likes the hot pants.
Like, really like it.
Where do you go to Atwoods to get that? Like ranchers, where do you go? It's like, where do you go? Tractor Supply? Can you get that at Tractor Supply? I don't know.
Not exactly sure.
They call him a rancher and businessman. Oh, yeah, okay.
So he had this fetish, and I did not. Every time I've ever seen those Barbie-looking fake women on Instagram or socials or wherever, I'm always like, who are the people that are attracted to this? Well, and now we know.
Now you know. It's Byron. It's Byron.
Is it Byron or Brian? I think it's Brian.
Is it Brian?
Yeah, I think it's Brian.
Oh, it's Brian. Oh, it's Brian spelled incorrectly. Is what it is. I'm sorry.
So he got into contact with one woman that uses the pseudonym, or using the pseudonym, I should say, Jason Jackson, and like got all complimentary at her, told her that he worshipped her like a goddess. And he asked her, would you ever go bigger? Like he was asking her these questions about her boobs. And that's when he admitted and reciprocated with photos of himself wearing the balloon boobs. And he also, this is one of the women that he sent money to, a lot of times money about $500 or $1,000, and then admitted to her, oh, by the way, I have a wife and family and I love my wife and I want to get better. And then he would like go offline for a time and then come back. This is according to one of the women.
Okay.
And then one of the women figured out connecting this Jason Jackson to his phone number, called the phone number and heard the greeting saying, Noem Insurance, leave a message. So then she Googled it and figured out, oh my God, this is Brian Noem. So she said, I was completely shocked. And she asked him, why are you doing this? I didn't think hot guys did this. And he said, I don't care. And she said, well, you kind of should care because your wife could lose her entire career. And then she asked him if he knew about the affair that Kristi was having with Corey Lewandowski. And he said, yes, I know. There's nothing I can do about it.
Oh my God. And
so to me, and this is what I said to you in pre-show, this is my conspiracy theory about this. The only reason you would say there's nothing I can do about it is if there was an arrangement between him and Kristi that he would not come out in public about her affair and she would not come out in public about his weird fetish. Like this was their arrangement. That's totally my opinion. I'm not saying, I'm speculating here, obviously, but that is my take on it. And I don't understand why else you would say that.
And Corey Lewandowski, I'm assuming, doesn't do this.
I'm going to assume that he does not wear balloon boobs.
Right. Now, Corey Lewandowski is married to a woman who I think lost her husband in 9/11. Didn't she lose? I think.
Oh, really? I don't know about that.
Yeah. I mean, like this is like, listen, it's not okay. None of that is okay. And none of this is okay. I'm just saying that like, maybe there was some sort of an arrangement with them.
That's the thing, because
so
I don't know. Because when they reached out to Kristi Noem, the official statement was that she's devastated. The family, because they have 3 grown children, 2 girls and a boy. The family was blindsided by this. They asked for privacy and prayers at this time. And I got to tell you, I don't buy it. I think she knew.
Yeah, I think she probably knew. This is so
it's so weird.
Up. It's just so it's so weird. It's like
I know.
What are we praying for? What are we praying for? I'm going to pray for her kids. Praying? I'll pray for that's the thing is, well, they're asking for prayers. You know, that's
for the family. Oh, for the family's asking for prayers, right?
Right. I mean, they're asking for. I'll pray for the kids because can you imagine being the kids and all this? And looking at all of this crazy dysfunction in your parents and being like, WTF, mom and dad.
I know. Can you? I can't even imagine being one of them and finding out your dad does this. Oh my God. 3-year Letterman said, I guess we finally have an answer to the age-old question, what drives a woman to such depths that she ends up with Corey Lewandowski?
There you go. There it is right there. It's when your husband is putting on strap-on boobs and wearing hot pants. that he bought it, I guess, the local Tractor Supply. I don't.
But there's other interesting tangents of the story. Ryan Jerdusky, who you may remember from Such Things as getting kicked off the Abby Phillips show for making a joke about Mehdi Hassan having pagers.
Right.
He said, I mentioned on my podcast months ago that one of Trump's cabinet members was telling reporters off the record that her husband was gay. I didn't name Kristi Noem by name out of respect for her privacy, but to say that she really had no idea flies in the face of what she was saying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also interesting that Trump got rid of her a couple weeks before all this came to fruition. Don't you think the timing is kind of weird?
It is, but he says that he found out about this yesterday. Like when somebody asked him for a statement, he was like, what? I had no idea. Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, but like there's grumblings that people knew that he was gay and they knew that there was an arrangement. And there's just all this like behind the scenes they knew. You know,
but this is like not even gay behavior. This is like, I want to be a big boobed woman behavior.
Right.
Like, I don't even know what you call that.
I don't know. I agree.
I guess.
You're right. I don't really know what this behavior is either, but it ain't normal.
It's not normal. It is not normal. And there's another little twist. According to this journalist, I forget what outlet he works for, but Mark Caputo said in a couple of tweets, he said, yeah, I got a weird lead. A source texted me on February 13th. They said an immigrant sex worker, possibly in the country illegally, wanted to go public about Noem's husband using her services online, and it was in vengeance for DHS's immigration enforcement. I couldn't land the interview. And then he posted this exchange that happened yesterday. So whoever that was, knew about this news breaking and said, now that the cat's out of the bag, I'm going to share what I was told, not naming you. The source is an immigrant, possibly unlawfully in this country, who wanted vengeance. And then Mark went on to say, I'm sharing this because folks sometimes wonder how reporting works. Here, I would have needed to talk to the accuser and verified the info the way that the Daily Mail did. When we use anonymous sources, they're credible. Sometimes it means someone else gets the story. So if that's all true, if this was, really broken open by an illegal immigrant, that makes it even more of a blessing in disguise that Kristi is no longer in that position.
Totally. Yes.
So very, very interesting.
Yeah. And all the timing is just weird to me. It's just, everything is, suspect. Is just, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to look at some more pictures just that are related in just a second. But first, we obviously need to talk to you about cowboy colostrum, because what if your gut isn't working right? What if you need a little help with your gut?
That's the vanilla. That's my favorite.
I know. It smells so good.
I love that. And the chocolate are my favorite. You can get a healthier gut, glowing skin, stronger hair, more energy. It's good stuff, you guys. All you gotta do is add colostrum to your daily routine, because everything starts in the gut. Once you get your gut right, everything follows. And cowboy colostrum is premium first day whole bovine colostrum. So it's cow colostrum from 100% American grass-fed cows. That's what it is. And it's true first day colostrum. It's rich in bioactives like immunoglobulins.
That's our favorite.
And growth factors. And people always ask, but they only collect surplus colostrum after the little baby calves have had their fill. Because people are like, what about the calves? And that's how that works. So it's super easy to drink. It's made with natural ingredients, no artificial flavors, no artificial anything. Everything is all natural and really, it's super yummy. And it's chocolate, Madagascar vanilla, which are my favorite. They have matcha or strawberry. You could add it to anything, really. Smoothie. You can put it in milk. That's what I do with my chocolate and the vanilla too. I actually can't do the strawberry. I use all the other flavors, but they use real freeze-dried strawberries, not artificial anything. Everything's all natural. So the strawberry I can't have because I'm allergic to strawberries. But it looks really good and it smells really good. So if you're into strawberries, you would really love it, I'm sure. And people who use it love it. I love it. It's fantastic. So you can get 25% off your entire order. Head to cowboycolostrum.com/chicks. Use code chicks at checkout. 25% off. It's a really good deal. You guys try it. And you get a little frother thing too, which is fantastic. So check it out. cowboycolostrum.com/chicks. Do it.
Do it. All right. So I just thought a couple of these pictures are of interest, namely their wedding photo. And I just want you to see.
Oh my God.
That is, in fact, Kristi Noem. So,
OMG.
a really good idea of how much she has effed with her face. And listen, I'm not talking about aging. We all age. I don't look like my wedding photo either from an age.
Yeah, you do. You totally.
But I am the same person.
You can look at it and go, that's Mock.
Right. I'm recognizable.
And, I mean, I have mine on my, you could look at mine and be like, that's Daisy. I mean, obviously I'm older and I'm an older Daisy, but holy cow.
Right?
That's a different human.
Yeah, completely different. And then just to put a fine point on it, you know, it's been a lot of changes in just the last decade or so, decade, 15 years or so. It's just, she's a completely different person. But what was so interesting to me about this is that she has barbified herself. And so it's so fascinating now to find out that her husband
is really
likes the fake Barbie look, the fake boobs. I don't know about Kristi's boobs, but her face is definitely fake.
And it makes you wonder if he pressed for that.
That's my point, right? Like, did she do this to please him? Did she do this to kind of, you know, make up for the fact that she doesn't want to have ginormous balloon boob? I don't know.
Right.
I just thought it's
really, like, I'm not going to do the boobs, but I'll do everything else. Does that make you happy? Is it going to make, that, oh man, it's all so crazy.
It's all so crazy. But you guys, the memes. I can't get enough of the memes.
The memes.
I cannot. And like the jokes that are running around about this, I'm sorry, but I cannot get enough. This was my favorite. He's probably thinking about other women, and the guy sleeping is like, I wish I had tits. This is one of my favorite memes, no matter what the caption. And I just love that so much.
Actually, it's so funny that you show this meme because I was like, you know, when I go to bed at night, my brain is like this. It's just constant. I was actually mad at my husband yesterday. I'm like, your brain, I think, is just a blank sheet. Like when you go to bed, you have not, like, it's just, there's nothing there. And then I go to bed and it's like equations and shit all up in I'm thinking about this is why women can't sleep. And then
why did I say that thing to my friend in 5th grade? Why did I do that? Like, that's what I'm thinking about.
I should have had this snappy comeback. This is what we're like. We're thinking about a gajillion things. This is why women can't sleep. Men,
that's so true.
Except for this guy who's like, I wish I had tits. This is what it is, you guys.
So it's so weird because out of nowhere in pre-show, you guys, no, put it back, please put it back. Okay, thank you. I don't want to lose my spot. Out of pre-show, from nowhere, Daisy mentioned Marianne Williamson, like out of nowhere, you guys. And how long has it been since we talked about her?
Forever.
Years, probably.
She's such a crazy woo-woo lady.
She's such a crazy woo-woo. But I have a video of her today, and she didn't know that. She didn't know that. That's what's so weird about the brain sharing.
Yeah, we do.
But the reason we have a little, and it's a very quick video from Marianne Williamson is because another one of the jokes that went around was somebody put a caption above this video that said, "This was me when I found out about Brian Noem." And here is the video.
Hey everybody. So this is the way I see it. We need to completely recreate human civilization.
Yes, totally.
I mean, what else are we supposed to do? Right. I ask you.
You guys, she ran for president. Remember when she ran for president? Remember?
She might again, you know?
Oh, God.
It's possible.
Marianne.
She might.
On her astral projection. Remember?
But the memes kept coming, and we saw this one from Covey. Kristi Noem out here getting boob mogged by her husband.
Oh, my God.
There was this one of Stewie. Here's no one. Here's Kristi Noem's husband for no reason.
People are mad. Like there are people in our comments that are like, "You're disappointing me, chicks." Why?
Seriously?
We have to laugh at this. Are you kidding?
We're disappointing you? Not Kristi Noem's family situation, but we're disappointing you. Okay.
Right. Listen, my husband hasn't shown his boobs yet. So I don't know how I've disappointed you. Okay?
You guys, and you know it had to happen. Marco found out he has to be Kristi Noem's husband now.
Right. He does. He totally does.
All right. And then one reaction to this whole thing that I could not believe the hypocrisy of, it was amazing to me, was Nancy Mace, who said, the media wants to talk about Brian and Kristi Noem's personal drama and indiscretions. I want to talk about who's getting deported, who got paid, and who's stealing from taxpayers. Different priorities. Let's focus on what matters. Nancy Mace, who is constantly dragging her personal drama everywhere, including onto the House floor.
Right. It's true.
I could not believe that was an actual tweet.
The hypocrisy knows no bounds.
You cannot make this up, you guys. You cannot make
people, it up. All of them. It's just, can we just start over with all these people? Good Lord.
Anyway. People are acting like, I just can't believe they're talking about this. Are you joking? This was the top news story of yesterday. It was literally on every single news station.
It's because it's on our side. It's uncomfortable for people because it's on our side. Well, we're going to talk about it. Sorry, you're uncomfortable. It's there. You know what? I don't know if you know this, but politicians are gross. No matter what side of the aisle they're on, they're gross.
Surprise.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to get into some nitty-gritty news because there's a lot. So there was an announcement yesterday that came from our little sweet former intern Reagan Reese, who of course now is at the Daily Caller. Reagan said, and this was early in the afternoon, she said, "Scoop, Trump is going to sign an executive order at 5 p.m. cracking down on mail-in voting across the country. The EO will require the administration to create a list of confirmed U.S. citizens who are eligible to vote in each state. It will also mandate that absentee ballots only be sent to those on each state's approved mail-in ballot list. Ballots will now have specific secure envelopes with unique barcodes for tracking, and states who disobey the order may lose federal funds under the presidential action." That cute little dude who works for Trump whenever he has an EO to explain it to the press.
Yes.
He was there yesterday. You're about to hear from him. Here's how he
So what this executive order is going to do is, one, we're going to take federal data. We're going to ensure that each state's election officials are provided with a comprehensive view of who the eligible voters in their jurisdiction actually are, allowing them to properly verify that everybody voting in their elections is legally able to vote. And then it orders the Postmaster General, the U.S. Postal Service, to take bold new measures to verify that ballots both being sent to people are being sent to people who are eligible to vote, and then that ballots being returned are being properly returned by eligible voters only. And we believe that combined, the measures in this executive order will help secure elections in the future and ensure that the many abuses of our election system in the past aren't repeated in future elections. Right.
That dude's head was so distracting. I'm sorry.
I know, it was a little
just
distracting.
like way up. It's like more distracting than our giant faces right now.
Oh, is it? Wait, is it more distracting than these?
It's right. You gotta put them on top of your head. Here's the thing: is it I love this, right? I think it's great. Trump's taking care of business, but once again, it's Trump who's taking care of business. Don't we have a legislative branch? Or are they too busy at Disney?
I'm sorry, they're at Disney. Yeah, they're
at Disney. They're holding princess scepters that we pay for. The overpriced princess scepters that we're paying
Excuse me,
for.
that was a bubble wand.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lindsay. Why are you gay? This is the thing. It's people will be like, he's useless. I hate him. He's a tyrant. He has to do this stuff because everybody else is useless.
Well, and I see a lot of people in the comments saying he can't do this. This goes against states' rights. States are the ones that control their own elections. I listen, I love you guys, but I also know that Trump surrounds himself with very smart lawyers who know exactly how the Constitution works. They're aware of states' rights compared to what Trump is allowed to do. And I'm sure they found some sort of USPS. They're using the Postal Service for this. They figured out a loophole, and that's what they based this EO on. Now, will this stand through the court system? I have no idea. We'll have to let it play out. But kudos to Trump for trying to do something.
Totally.
That's your point, is that somebody's got to do something since Congress won't.
Yeah. And it's always him.
It's always him.
It's always him. And then you have yahoos, and I know we're talking about it today, but you have yahoos who are like, he's cognitively impaired. Really?
Oh,
he's the only one doing crap.
Right.
Like, I cannot with these people. They are all useless and they are spending our money and I hate them. I hate them.
And you should. Howard Lutnick, you probably saw him, if you weren't too distracted by the dude in the camera, you probably saw him standing behind President Trump. He also gave a little bit of an explainer about how this will practically work.
The states, right, run these elections. They will, if they want to use the U.S. mail, the U.S. Postal Service, they're going to get a code, a barcode from the U.S. Postal Service, and they're going to put that on the envelope, and we will have one envelope per vote. None of this time where we have no idea, there's no observers to mail, there's no envelopes, there's no certainty. That's all going to go away, and what the president is doing today is he's going to make sure that mail-in ballots are safe, secure, and accurate, and will have a clear distinction. If you voted by mail, you will have it on the envelope. Obviously not on the ballot, but on the envelope. So we will know 1 million mail-in ballots. There'll be 1 million envelopes, and you'll be able to know exactly, correctly, that citizens voted.
I think it's just great.
I think it's great too. Obviously, Democrats were immediate. I mean, I'm talking like immediately. You saw reactions like this. Chuck Schumer, see you in court. You're going to lose. So we know that this is obviously going to be fought immediately. And, you know, I hope that all of these court battles are emergencies because we have an election coming up. And I would love for it to go to the Supreme Court and have them rule on it and figure out how this is going to work. But in the meantime, I'm glad he did it.
Why would he not want that? Why would Chuck Schumer not want that? Let's all ponder that for 1/2 a millisecond. And that is because he wants illegals to vote. That's what he wants.
Because why else would there be a problem?
Right. This is not hard. I mean, only U.S. citizens should be allowed to vote. Only U.S. citizens should be allowed to have like health care in this country. Only U.S. citizens should be allowed on the census. This is common sense crap. Why are they so against it? Why? Ask yourselves that question.
You may ask yourself.
You may ask yourself, how did I get here? It's Democrats.
You may.
Right. It's like the big shoulder pads. It's Candace. How did we get here? Exactly.
We're going to talk more about some legal stuff because a lot of legal stuff happened yesterday that we have to get to. But I also want to take a moment to brag about what I'm going to have for dinner tonight from Marley Spoon.
What are you
because I will be fixing Parmesan chicken tenders. Thank you very much.
You guys. Okay. So I go to Marley Spoon and I filter for 20 minutes and under. You go to the top and you can do filters, and I filter for 20 minutes and under because of who I am as a person. Okay.
I can't even believe you don't just filter for prepared meals.
Well, you can do that. But if I want to actually like cook.
Don't be ridiculous.
Right. It's like so stupid. But you can find express recipes. And this is where I live on that site. Okay. I don't do anything else. I just live there because they have like chicken tortilla bowls, Chipotle chicken, 5 minutes. Sesame chicken stir fry, 10 minutes. That's as far as I'll go is 10 minutes. Says that's the longest I'm going to be in the kitchen. Right. And I always need new ways to make chicken because I make chicken a lot. And sometimes I'll just bake chicken. That's like as fancy as I'll get, but it's kind of cool when I'm like, hey, we're having Chipotle chicken. And my daughter's like, who are you? You know? So it's really cool. They have grilled salmon, creamy pesto, 5 minutes. And then they have this other salmon that is like champagne tarragon sauce, which sounds really fancy. 5 minutes.
I think I've had that one and it is really good.
I mean, this is the thing. Like if you have more time, like on a Friday night, like, that's the only time I ever have time. I love the must-have meatloaf. 30 minutes.
Ooh,
done.
I gotta try that.
And then
meatloaf.
you know, Mock loves all the fancy pants stuff.
I do.
But you can go to like their market. They have all sorts of really great smoothies for breakfast. All you need is ice in a blender and then they send you the rest. So they have like a really good peanut butter, banana probiotic smoothie with yogurt and chia seeds. They have that. So, I mean, if you're into that stuff, if you're a foodie and you love all that, they have an incredible market, tons of stuff you can stock up on if you need it, beverages, snacks, all that. You can personalize everything. Their subscription model is really flexible and simple. So try it. Go check it out. See what you think about it. It's marleyspoon.com/offer/chicks, 45% off plus free shipping. Really great deal. marleyspoon.com/offer/chicks.
Okay. So other stuff happened from a legal schmiegel perspective yesterday, and most of which, not all, but most of which was making me rage. Absolutely, positively rage. So this was the first thing. You are about to see just a small little report. Whoops. this. This came from, I don't remember what outlet she works for, but a judge ordered the Trump administration to stop the construction of the White House ballroom unless Congress says it's okay.
God, I'm so sick of these people.
Congress controls the purse. This is all private donations. So why does Congress have anything to do with this whatsoever?
They shouldn't. And like Congress is busy at Disney World.
Exactly.
They're busy on vacation right now. They're not. They don't do jack squat.
This made me so mad, and obviously it made Trump mad too. If you would like to read his very lengthy,
I would be delighted to read this. The National Trust for Historic Preservation sues me for a ballroom that is under budget, ahead of schedule, being built at no cost to the taxpayer, and will be the finest building of its kind anywhere in the world. I then get sued by them over the renovation of the dilapidated and structurally unsound former Kennedy Center, now the Trump Kennedy Center, a show of bipartisan unity, a Republican and Democrat president, where all I am doing is fixing, cleaning, running, and sprucing up a terribly maintained for many years building, but a building of potentially great importance. Yet, the National Trust for Historic Preservation, a radical left group of lunatics whose funding was stopped by Congress in 2005, is not suing the Federal Reserve for a building which has been decimated and destroyed inside and out by an incompetent and possibly corrupt Fed chairman. The once magnificent building is billions over budget, may never be completed, and may never open. All of the beautiful walls inside have been ripped down, never to be built again, but the National Trust for Historic Preservation never did anything about it. Or have they sued on Governor Gavin Newsom's railroad to nowhere in California that's billions over budget and probably will never open or be used? So the White House ballroom and the Trump Kennedy Center, which are under budget, ahead of schedule, and be among the most magnificent buildings of their kind anywhere in the world, get sued by a group that was cut off by government years ago, but all of the many disasters in our country are left alone to die. Doesn't make much sense, does it? President Donald J. Trump. He's 1,000% correct.
This is so wrong in every way. It makes me so mad.
They just want to be contradictory. They want to be in the way. They want to get in the way of everything that this guy does. They can suck a bowl is what they can do. I'm so
And what there's like literally a giant hole in the ground at this point. So they're just so what? Congress is just going to stop it?
We're not paying for it. We are not paying for it. So they shouldn't have a say at all. Congress has no say in this if we're not paying for it.
If other presidents could make big changes and add bowling lanes or whatever and do all these changes to the White House, well, then so too can Trump. He's not even going to get the benefit of it. He will be gone by the time this is done. He's doing this because America deserves to have a ballroom when we host other leaders from other countries.
It's a gift.
It's unacceptable that these leaders are hosted in an outside tent. I mean, what are we doing?
God,
anyway,
I cannot hate these people. Today, I hate these people more than I've hated them yesterday. Yes, Satchel of Richards. Wait. Yes. I don't know who said that. I'm sorry. I didn't see your name. They can eat a Satchel of Richards. Who said that? Thank you, Kim.
Well, if you are mad about that, just hang on to your hat, because look at what else happened. ABC News reported the Trump administration must restore the legal status of potentially hundreds of thousands of immigrants who came to the U.S. legally through a Biden-era pathway, meaning CBP-1, which was this totally ridiculous to allow people to claim asylum when they had no business doing so. And so Bill Malugin pointed out, remarkable, the Biden administration created out of thin air a pathway on a cell phone app for roughly 900,000 migrants from around the world to bypass the Rio Grande and enter the U.S. at ports of entry. And Trump revoked their legal status on day one. A federal judge says now no.
God, these judges are out of control.
These are
the same judges that let, violent criminals go free and then people are killed because of them. They're insane. These judges are freaking insane.
They just want to stop him at every turn. And it is infuriating. Absolutely infuriating. Obviously, I know that there's going to be an appeal and, that's happening. But the fact that this is happening, the fact that these federal judges feel so invincible and just so powerful to do these things that are so blatantly wrong, that's what makes me crazy. I mean, The lawfare that started under Obama is out of control. It's out of control.
And listen, if one person is hurt, like if a hair is harmed on one American citizen by one of those people, one of those million people.
They already have.
Okay. Well, then the judge needs to be held accountable. The judges need to be held accountable because listen, bartenders go to jail for over-serving drunks. They go out, they kill people, bartenders go to jail. If bartenders can go to jail, judges need to go to jail. Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Yep.
Straight to jail. There was some good news from a legal perspective yesterday, and that is that the Supreme Court, whoops, I don't know why that happened again. The Supreme Court just ruled that the Colorado Democrats' ban on talk therapy for kids identifying as trans is unconstitutional. This was almost unanimous, except that they have a complete retard on the Supreme Court, and that is Ketanji Brown Jackson. She is, of course, the lone person to dissent because she is an idiot. Yeah. She is always an idiot, and this was no different. Now, Matt Walsh, I thought, had a great sort of breakdown about why this was important. He said, to be clear, this was a law that attempted to ban therapists from telling gender-confused boys that they are actually boys and girls that they're actually girls. It was literally a law prohibiting anyone in the therapy profession from verbally acknowledging biological reality to their clients. Easily one of the most psychotic pieces of legislation ever passed anywhere in the world at any time in history. The fact that Ketanji Brown Jackson tried to uphold this law, even as her fellow liberals broke ranks with her, just proves again that she is the most unfit, unqualified, unhinged lunatic to ever hold a seat on the Supreme Court.
She just doesn't know what the hell she's doing. She has no idea. No idea.
Utterly clueless.
An absolute moron, this chick. Yeah,
completely. Brandon Gill also tweeting about this, saying, to illustrate the total absurdity of Justice Jackson, she ruled last year that states do not have the right to ban child sex changes, but ruled today that states do have the right to ban counselors from telling boys they're not girls. That's how retarded she is. She doesn't even agree with herself about states' rights and like the limits on any of those rights.
Because she's an idiot. She has no business being a Supreme Court justice. She has no business being there.
None at all. Not even a speck. And also there is a big case being heard by the Supreme Court today. And here's a little report about that.
The U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear arguments tomorrow in a major case on birthright citizenship. Some Trump cabinet members are expected to be in the courtroom. The justices will weigh whether people born in this country to parents who are here illegally should be granted citizenship. Constitutional law attorney Jonathan Turley says it's all about the nitty-gritty when it comes to our founding fathers' wording.
When the 14th Amendment was drafted, some of the drafters said explicitly that it does not allow for birthright citizenship. The problem are these 6 words, this clause, put in the middle of an otherwise clear sentence. But the key is that those words were not in that sentence in the original draft. They were intentionally inserted. So you can't just treat them as superfluous. They were inserted for a reason. And I think that there are compelling arguments on both sides here.
So that's going to be a very interesting and important, obviously, case. And it's so important, in fact, that Trump said yesterday that he is going to go. Like, he's going to be in the courtroom listening to the arguments.
That's fantastic.
But then there was like this idiotic reporter who said that that's like unprecedented and was trying to make that another thing to be outraged about when it comes to Donald Trump.
Well, clutch your pearls, you big wuss. Just go ahead and clutch your pearls. You know what? Donald Trump is unprecedented. Yeah. So just clutch your pearls, all of you wusses.
It's so stupid. So Harmeet Dillon actually replied to her. It was Catherine Watson. She said, if President Trump attends the SCOTUS's oral arguments tomorrow on his birthright citizenship executive order like he says he will, he would be the first sitting president on record to do so. Presidents have avoided attendance in part to honor the separation of powers. And Harmeet Dillon was like, there is literally a chair set up at SCOTUS for our presidents to sit in for oral argument. Your separation of powers nonsense is more imitation, pearl clutching hauteur.
Yeah.
Which I love that. I love that.
It is. I mean, it's just so stupid. It's constant every single day.
Constant.
Bitch and moan, bitch and moan.
Yep.
Shut up.
But you know who is always leading when it comes to federal judge or judge overreach in general? It's Governor
Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis. I will say, you guys, that I am troubled by his new haircut.
Why? What's wrong with his new haircut?
You know that guy that's on Fox that his name is David Spunt, and he looks like a vampire because his hair is like all slicked back.
Is he doing that now? Is that what Ron's doing?
Yes.
You can't run your fingers through slicked back hair. That's what it is.
I mean, no, it looks too wet.
It's too oily. It's greasy.
Just too
Gavin-y.
Like it seemed like he used to have a part. You know what I mean? And now he doesn't have a part.
Oh.
But I still love him, you guys. I still love him because when it comes to judges, for example, releasing criminals, whether they're illegal or not, onto the street, and then those criminals recriminalizing, he is sick and tired of it. And he made a statement about that yesterday, as you will hear, even though
to my friends in the Florida House of Representatives, I don't think what you've done is enough. You have the power and you have sufficient numbers in your chamber to impeach this judge, Tiffany Baker. Until you start holding these judges accountable, they are going to continue to find ways to benefit the criminal element. This was an outrage. This was such an easy call to make sure that this guy was put behind bars, and this judge refused to do it, knowing the risks, and the result has obviously been a tragedy. So Florida Constitution vests the House of Representatives with the ability to bring an impeachment against a circuit judge with 2/3 majority. You know, last time I checked, we've got way more than 2/3 of Republicans. Honestly, I think some Democrats would vote to impeach, given what happened in this case.
Impeachment isn't good enough. She needs to go straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to freaking jail. That's what all of these judges need to do. If they're going to mess with this, if they're going to listen, it's like I said with the bartenders. If bartenders can go to jail for this stuff, why can't judges? If they're letting out criminals that they know are violent criminals who get out and they rape and they kill people, and they know that they're rapists and killers, they need to go straight to jail.
And no, that was not AI. I saw someone asking because the sound was kind of wonky, and I don't know what happened in my software editing program, but the sound just got wonky. But no, it was not AI. And again, I'm troubled by the haircut.
I think it's a little. I could see a side part. I think you're just overreacting.
I mean, it was there, but like it was overshadowed by the slickery.
Right.
You know?
Maybe he just got out of the shower. In which case, you know, you ladies, all right? You all right?
I do still love him.
I know you do.
I do still love him.
I know.
And I also love being protected by WebRoot when I'm online. And you should also be protected online with WebRoot. It's what pros use.
It's so your computer won't get slow. Okay. Like if your computer feels like it's getting slower by the day, there's a good chance that the real culprit is not your computer. Okay. Don't blame it on your computer. Don't be mean to your computer. It's probably like that heavy antivirus, like dragging everything down. And we like WebRoot because it's what the professionals use. And we rely on our computers for literally every single thing, like all day, every day.
Yep.
All right. And I need everything to be fast. I don't need antivirus popping up, getting in the way. And that's why I like WebRoot. And it takes up far less space than competitors. It scans faster, and all of the intelligence lives in the cloud, which I don't understand. Nobody understands the cloud, but I just know that I can get protection from all of the people out there trying to get at me and all the viruses and everything without lag. Nobody likes lag. Okay. It just runs quietly in the background and it works like a little security ninja, and it's great. So you need this, you guys. Okay. It's not bloated security. It's just really fast. And it's what we say, it's what all the professionals use. So you can save 60% when you go to webroot.com/chicks. That is 60% off, which is really great. Webroot.com/chicks. Do it.
I regret to inform people like me who go to bed at 7:30. Actually, that's probably just me.
It is just you.
But if you are someone who enjoys going to bed early, you are going to be disappointed, as I was, to find out that tonight Trump is giving an address to the nation at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, that's 8 my time, so that's all right. I can do it.
Yeah, which I would maybe stay up for it. I will absolutely not be staying up for this. I will check out what happened and obviously get highlights in the morning. But he is going to give an address to the nation about the status of the Iran war. This was Caroline Leavitt's tweet about that. Trump also tweeting a lot yesterday. And one of the things that he was talking about was our NATO allies. If you want to read the 2 tweets that he had about that.
Yep.
Right here.
The country of France want to let planes headed to Israel loaded up with military supplies fly over French territory. France has been very unhelpful with respect to the butcher of Iran, who has been successfully eliminated. The USA will remember President Donald J. Trump. All of those countries that can't get jet fuel because of the Strait of Hormuz, like the United Kingdom, which refused to get involved in the decapitation of Iran. I have a suggestion for you. Number 1, buy from the US. We have plenty. And number 2, build up some delayed courage, go to the Strait and just take it. You'll have to start learning how to fight for yourself. The USA won't be there to help you anymore, just like you weren't there for us. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done. Go get your own oil. President Donald J. Trump. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
He does. Listen,
right.
He remembers people who are not loyal.
Yeah.
That's one thing that just, that is a character trait of his that has been tried. It's like tried and true. Like he hasn't changed with that. If you're disloyal to him, or if you show him that you are not, going to stand next to him,
But this goes
good.
even further than loyalty to him. This goes like to loyalty to the United
country.
States, to
Yeah.
NATO as a whole. And so he is very upset about this, rightly so. He's calling out European partners, rightly so. And so too are Marco Rubio. We played a clip about that yesterday. Pete Hegseth is talking about it. We'll get to Pete in just a second. But Marco also did like a really fantastic summary about why we did this whole operation yesterday. We've also got that to play because that was absolutely amazing. Marco also talked about the Strait of Hormuz, and I think that's the clip that we have next if I didn't do this wrong.
The United States gets very little energy through the Straits of Hormuz. Our allies ship out a lot of oil through there, meaning our Gulf allies, and certainly countries in Asia and Europe depend on it. We depend very little on the Strait. So this, if in fact Iran decides to set up a toll, if in fact Iran decides that they're going to illegally control the Straits of Hormuz or decide they're going to try to do that, look, I imagine that'll be the president's call whether he wants to help. But this is a problem for the world. It's countries around the world should be stepping up and dealing with that and saying that's intolerable. And that's what we've encouraged them to do.
Right? Like, why is this all falling on our shoulders when we don't even need it as bad as everybody else?
I feel like everything always falls on our shoulders. Always. Historically, like we're the kid that is in the group project that handles the group project all the time. So everybody looks to us and they're like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Aren't you supposed to be handling this? Because we've set this up historically. I feel like other presidents we're always, just as a country, we're always the one that handles shit. And so now all these other countries are like, well, what do we, we're the ones always relying on you. So what are you going to do, US?
Right.
We've taught people how to treat us.
Totally. And Trump he's not down with this plan.
No.
He's sick and tired of it. And there's going to be discussions about how we move forward with NATO for sure. Yeah. And Trump will have some decisions to make about that.
And he's reteaching these people, which is uncomfortable for a lot of folks, but it's got to be done, you guys. We've been taken advantage of. My God.
So Pete Hegseth gave an update yesterday morning, and he talked about NATO and this decision that will need to be made. Also, here's Pete.
And as far as NATO is concerned, that's a decision that will be left to the president. But I'll just say a lot has been laid bare. A lot has been shown to the world about what our allies would be willing to do for the United States of America when we undertake an effort of this scope on behalf of the free world. These are missiles that don't even range the United States of America. They range allies and others. And yet when we ask for additional assistance or simple access basing overflight, we get questions or roadblocks or hesitations. And the president's pointing out, you don't have much of an alliance if you have countries that are not willing to stand with you when you need them. He's simply pointing that out, and ultimately it'll be his decision of what that looks like after this is complete.
NATO is in trouble.
Well, they should be.
They should be.
We pay we're the ones who are getting the bill at dinner all the time.
All the time.
And they're like slipping out, going, well, US will handle the bill. We ate all the appetizers, and And
Well, no, it's like they're ordering steak,
right?
And they're like covering like a little portion of the tip, and then they're like, "What?
What? We're gonna go ahead and just ease on out of here, drunk, while you guys handle the bill all the time." Literally, that's us. We're always on the hook. Again, we're having to like reteach these people. Quit taking advantage of us, you losers, you leeches.
It's just I'm glad that he is reaching the up with which he can no longer.
I am.
When it comes to this.
I'm
very glad about it.
So many of us have been sick of this shit for years.
Yeah. He was asked to, in that same presser when he was signing the executive order, he was asked by a reporter, gas prices are really high and people are really mad about it. Like, what are you going to do about it? And you can just tell that Trump is over these questions. He doesn't understand that he doesn't understand why people are angry with him about the strikes in Iran. And I get it. Like he just believes that everybody should be grateful for the fact that he's creating a safer world, and they should be. But there are, in fact, a lot of people that are just focusing on, well, the gas prices are high and that bothers me personally. So what are you going to do about it? So you can kind of sense that he's impatient the way that he answers this question. I don't blame him. But here's how he answered it.
On gas prices. Today they hit $4.
We're $4, yeah, and we have a country that's not going to be throwing a nuclear weapon at us in 6 months.
But Americans are feeling the effects in the interim.
And they're also feeling a lot safer.
What is the plan to bring them back down?
All I have to do is leave Iran, and we'll be doing that very soon, and they'll become tumbling down.
So he's just like, can you just stop focusing on the short-term stuff and think about this long-term? Because that's what I'm doing. You know?
Yeah, I'm doing that too. I want everything to be safer too. I mean, the Islamic regime, are you kidding? This is all they want is for us to die. There are people here in this country that are like rooting for Iran. Mm-hmm. There are conservatives that are rooting for Iran. I mean, it's just
crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. It's just nutbaggery is what it is. So, I mean, listen, it's not comfortable. To fill up my car, I have a gigantic car. And so it's not fun to fill up my car. I get it. I totally understand. Like there's some pain there, but I'd rather do that than not be safe. I'd rather do that than have, the craziness here. You know what I mean? I
would rather have that than the constant threat of Iran and all of its various proxies.
Once and for all, if he could try to take care of it, I'd rather have a president who has the balls to try to take care of this.
And Marco laid out the case better than I've ever heard him lay it out. And this was just sort of like a sit down address to the world, really, about, answering these constant questions. No matter how many times he does answer this, he constantly gets the questions. Why did we have to do this? And here he is laying out in less than 2 minutes perfectly.
Many Americans are asking, why did the United States have to attack Iran now? Well, let me explain. Iran wants to have nuclear weapons. Of that, there is zero doubt. If what they truly wanted, which is what they claim, is nuclear energy, well, they could have nuclear energy like all the other countries in the world have it. And that is you import the fuel and you build reactors above ground. That's not what Iran has done. They build their reactors and their facilities deep in mountains, away from the public glare. And they want to enrich that material. The same equipment that they could use to enrich material for energy, they could use to quickly enrich it to weapons grade. So it is clear that they've been offered every opportunity to have a nuclear program that allows them to have energy, not weapons. And every single time they have turned it down. But why the attack now? Well, what was Iran trying to do? Iran was trying to build a conventional shield, in essence, have so many missiles, have so many drones that no one could attack them. And they were well on their way. We were on the verge of an Iran that had so many missiles and so many drones that no one could do anything about their nuclear weapons program in the future. That was an intolerable risk. Under no circumstances can a country run by radical Shia clerics with an apocalyptic vision of the future ever possess nuclear weapons. And under no circumstances can they be allowed to hide and protect that program and their ambitions behind a shield of missiles and drones that no one can do anything about. This was our last best chance to eliminate that conventional threat, that conventional shield that they were trying to build. And the president made the right decision to wipe it out now. That is the goal of this operation, to destroy their conventional missiles and their drone program so they can't hide behind it and finally have to deal with the world seriously about never, ever having nuclear weapons.
He's so good.
Yeah, 2028.
No, unfortunately, he is not, unless JD gets out. And we know that because here's what he said yesterday.
of his own personal and political ambitions, telling Vanity Fair last week, if J.D. Vance runs for president, he's going to be our nominee, and I'll be one of the first people to support him. Very rarely do you see in Washington politics somebody who does something like this.
Yeah, really remarkable, kind of the setting aside of personal ambition. And arguably, these two men, J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio, would probably be among the top contenders.
Yeah, you need to bow out, JD.
That's the only chance. And I think if JD bowed out, Marco would absolutely be the guy.
And he would,
there's no question.
He would annihilate like a Gavin Newsom. He would.
I would hope so.
I'm convinced of it, but I don't think JD has it in him.
I'm hoping that the fourth baby is just like a little wake up call for JD, that his time is maybe not now, but maybe like sometime later. Give Marco 8 years and then you can run.
Right. Like get a little bit more experience. You know, it's like maybe flip-flop roles or something. I don't know. Like do something. Stay in the administration, but just let Marco do it.
Yeah. That's where I am too, but I was really disappointed to see that yesterday. Really disappointed.
He needs to call us. Call us, Marco. Call us.
Please.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of people on the right who are crazy and who are, you know, big fans of Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, those kinds of people who are trashing Trump now. This is the new thing. They are saying that Trump is compromised or not even competent. They're suggesting that he suffers from the same kind of maladies that Joe Biden suffered from during his presidency. It's absolutely crazy.
It is.
It's totally crazy. And yet, Alex Jones, who obviously is highly influential, went off on this tear about Donald Trump yesterday that I felt like it came out of nowhere. But here's what he said, in part.
When your ankles swell up 3 times the size they were before, that means heart failure. And he does look sick.
Oh my God, I can't.
And he does babble and, you know, sound like the brain's not doing too hot.
Okay.
And so we just cut bait on Trump and we just mobilize against the Democrats. And we mobilize against neocons, we primary them, and we just fight even harder because look at how we've turned the tide. Look at all the good we've done. There's a fourth turning. Populists, nationalists, conservatives are winning everywhere. There's a Christian reawakening. And Trump is just a minor figure in all of that now. And we have to be appreciative of the old Trump that went through so much and got so much done. And that's the Trump we remember. And we're just sad because that happens. We need to be sad about Trump. This is not funny. What? This is not good. But he's gone.
Oh my God.
And all the people rallied around him. You can see Hegseth freaked out. You can see the press secretary's freaked out. They're being loyal. They think it's the lesser of two evils. And okay, but I just, Trump needs intervention. He needs to take some time off. We need to pray for Trump, the Holy Spirit touch his heart and loose him from whatever evil control he's under. I'm serious.
Okay.
And I think that's the answer. We need to pray for President Trump. We need to pray for other people to be awakened. We need to pray for justice and peace because we're in so much danger.
Okay. So Alex Jones is now a medical doctor, like Candace is a ballistics expert. This is what I'm seeing
like
now.
Sweating.
He's completely out of his mind. This is the thing.
And he's also sick. Like the guy is not well. He's literally sweating.
Clearly.
And losing his mind on camera about Trump and trying to say that Trump is ill and that we need to pray for him and that he's gone. What even is that?
It's irresponsible. I'd like to know what the impetus is for all of this, for all of these people. What's the impetus? Like, what is driving these people to do these things, like to say this stuff against Trump? What is it? Is it just Iran? Is it Iran? Is that?
I feel like it's Israel. I feel like it's the hatred of Israel that is causing all of these crazy people to say the crazy things.
Okay.
It all goes back to the brain rot, as Charlie Kirk called Israel hatred. It's brain rot.
Because again, Trump has not changed, as evidenced by the 1987 clip that we played on Monday. He has not changed. These people have changed. And yes, I think there's money involved here. I think there's money and clicks and power, and these people are greedy. And that there's something wrong with these people that are like, oh my God, he's insane. Like he has dementia. He doesn't have dementia. You guys, I just read like 3 tweets today that Trump wrote. It clearly, the guy does not have dementia. If you look back on the previous administration, Biden wasn't even capable of like not crapping his pants. He called a lid at 9 a.m. every day. I don't even think he called it. It was other
We
people.
barely saw him. And when we did,
Never.
he looked like he was near death.
Right. He wasn't even running. Like he wasn't even signing things. Trump does not have dementia. It's the craziest narrative ever. It is batshittery at the nth degree. These people are out of their minds. Like the fact that they are conservatives and they're trying to do this, like there is something behind the scenes nefarious going on. I'm convinced of it. I don't know why do they want us to fail so badly? What is it?
They're trying to recreate the Republican Party in the image of these new candy style Catholics and this on an anti-Israel platform.
And they want like the Marjorie Taylor Greens and people like that to be in charge. Yeah. Well, I will fight that tooth and nail over my dead body. Are you freaking kidding me? Like that is not the Republican Party. It's not.
I know. All right. We need to have something at least somewhat funny. And there was remember how for a long time there was this like trend of showing people in their babyfied versions and we got like such a kick out of it. Mm-hmm. So there was a recent, I keep seeing them, but not as often, but I saw this one that is clearly AI because Trump and Kamala never said the things that you're about to hear in this video of them being babyfied, but it just, I just was so amused by this and I hope you guys like it too.
Kamala, is that you in my hotel lobby? This is very unexpected and a little sad, but mostly unexpected.
I am here because I am here. And being here is something that happens when you arrive at a place, which I have done today at this location.
That's not an answer. That's a GPS having a stroke.
I was simply passing through on my way to what I would say is a series of important meetings about the future of the future and what it means going forward in terms of forward movement.
You lost by a lot, Kamala, and now you're in my lobby, which means deep down, you're a fan, and I respect that. It takes courage to visit the Winners Building.
I did not lose by a lot. The margins were, and I think this is important, the margins were a reflection of the broader landscape of...
losing. The word is losing. Very simple. 2 syllables. Even Biden gets that one right, which isn't saying much.
I have to go now. I have a podcast.
Of course you do. Everybody who loses gets a podcast. It's like a participation trophy with a microphone.
I mean, I swear. Like, even she looks cute as she looks even cute as a baby, though.
I know. It's super cute. I love the whole baby. I'll never get tired of that. It's just super, super cute. Also, here was an interesting tidbit. I didn't realize this was in the works, but JD Vance has a new book out. He says, I've been writing this book for a long time, and I'm honored to finally be able to share the full story with you all. Communion is about my personal journey and how I found my way back to faith. It'll be available in June, but you can pre-order today.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I loved his first book.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Okay. I mean, I just don't know how I feel about like writing and selling a book while you're in office, like at that high of a level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Marco should give him one of his jobs because he clearly needs more to do.
Right. That's okay. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, speaking of people who may or may not be running for president in 2028, they're starting to trot out. You've probably seen this, but you're starting to see Jennifer Newsom, the wife of Gavin Newsom, be trotted out a lot, either without him or with him. And there was a recent video that they made talking about partnership and parental partnership, and the fact that women do a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to caring for kids, caring for the household. And so they released this joint video about it that is so cringe.
They're just
you
cringe.
Guys.
It's just cringe.
It's the cringiest of cringes, especially at the end when he starts doing all of the hand things. Then he gets super animated and that always makes me a little uncomfortable. Anyway, here it is.
We women, naturally, whether we give birth or not, have been socialized to care about children, their health, their well-being, their education, the environment, et cetera, et cetera. You care about that, I believe, through your own socialization of being raised by a single mom.
Yeah, that
and
helped.
Your aunts and your sister, surrounded by a more feminine energy that ultimately embraces caregiving. We have to entertain our kids, care for our kids, feed our kids, nurture them, provide them love. Historically, men have been socialized to just focus on work.
Is it historic?
Not historic, but
It's
historically
kind of like
in
current,
recent,
right?
Yeah, current.
No, it's like really bad.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. So, yeah, no, it's bad.
I mean,
That's why we're doing this video, right? Because we got to step it up, guys, right?
yes, and so many men are, and that's what's so exciting.
But let's be honest, are they really, I mean, in terms of that 50-50 when it comes to caregiving, I mean, we talk about that. I mean, what was that study?
Why do you think I CC you on all of my emails when
I know.
I'm traveling about the kids?
No, but well, at least when you're traveling, at least I'm taking care of the kids a little bit more. I feel better. But you sent me like an article the other day that was so ominous. That basically suggested that women spend like, I don't know, it was like 39 days more
per year caring for their children and their homes.
than guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
not
the
good.
elders.
That's not 50-50, is it?
No.
So, all right. So it's time for the men, to step up and step in. And we haven't even gotten to the boys' crisis
Yeah, that's a whole other.
in this country. The hyper masculinity, man up, all those terrible things that we do to our young boys.
Oh my
But
God,
the
I
issue
hate
of
these people.
50-50
I hate
is the issue of our time. And it's the answer to so many of the problems that exist in the world. And so
So many of our current problems, and not to mention our unforeseen future problems.
yeah. So anyway,
So get to 50-50.
get to 50-50. Thank you all very much for paying attention to this critical issue.
Yeah. Okay.
I hate them.
She is him with more hair.
Yeah.
That's she's literally him. She's a carbon copy, just with longer hair. The hyper masculinity thing. I don't want to be 50-50 with my husband. You guys, there was a rattlesnake in our backyard yesterday. You know what my husband did, which I did not want to do? He went right up to it, took the shotgun and blew his head off. I'm not like, I mean, if I had to do it, maybe I would do it, but I don't have to do that because my husband does that. I don't want to do that. You know what that is? That's hyper masculinity. And I am happy to have that in my house.
There is no way that Gavin Newsom would ever shoot a snake. No way. No way.
He would be doing this.
Yes.
I can't.
He'd be trying to like somehow talk to the snake, reason with the snake.
Or just freaking out, squealing in fear from it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We mentioned briefly Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, a lot of these folks that are, ostensibly from the right who are anti-Trump now, very, very anti-Trump now, and talking about a lot. Massey is obviously in a primary battle at the moment, and he's getting most of his funding actually from outside the state of Kentucky, because I guess people in his own state aren't altogether pleased with him. So he requires outside donors. And they did like this money bomb, like this money raising thing online for him yesterday. And he did make a lot of money in it. Marjorie Taylor Greene was part of this online event, and she made sure to talk about the Jews.
Massey is a very sincere, good man. He's a good man. He loves his family. He loves his friends, and he sincerely loves his district. And there's nothing in Washington that can break him or change him. He is tested. He has been tested for years. So if you're in Kentucky's 4th district, there's no surprises with Thomas Massey.
Really?
He is proven. He's proven in every single way. He's not going to sell you out. He cares about your farms. He cares about your business. He cares for your right to bear arms and for the government to never be able to take that away from you, no matter what they come up with. He sincerely has been tested, and he's proven. But you know who has not been tested? His opponent. His opponent that is literally propped up and funded by 3 Jewish billionaires. Now, look, I'm not anti-Semitic. I don't care what people's religion are.
Right.
But these 3 billionaires that are funding this opponent against Thomas Massey don't even live in Kentucky. They don't even have a home in his district. And their loyalty is to Israel, not the United States of America. And that is so public. That information is out there everywhere. It doesn't take me saying it. It's already been said by so many others. So I think what's extremely important for people to understand is you need to donate some money, You need to donate some money on the MasseyMoneyBomb.com, because this is a fight for America first. This is a fight against a foreign country, against foreign interests, and against foreign money.
Okay, so who's bankrolling Massey? I heard it
Well,
was
exactly.
Maru.
It's like 70% out of state.
Yeah, out of state. And then I know at least like that guy Maruk, he's Muslim. So should we point that out? Because I mean, it's like, let's see, Jewish versus Islamic. That's what we're talking about. So she's not going to mention that. It's not, I mean, this whole America first bullshit, stop it with that. If you're like, oh, it's Israel first, well, he's probably Islam first. I'm sure he is.
It's the weirdest horseshoe ever.
It really is. They are so
horseshoe.
into this. It's like they are compromised. I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of them being like Jew. Okay, well then let's talk about your Muslim support. Let's talk about that. Are we not allowed to?
I mean, we do.
Lord.
We will.
It's like we're the only ones.
I love how she was like, he's funded by Jewish billionaires, and I'm not anti-Semitic. But
right.
I'm like, if you have to say that, you probably are.
Also, she probably needs some softness around her face. I didn't really like the pull. I didn't like that whole look.
If her ponytail would have just been like higher, it would have been okay.
You think?
It's just that it was all, you just couldn't see that she had actual hair. Anyway, we also need to talk about Eric Swalwell, who is, of course, running for governor. We talked earlier in the week about the fact that he's having some mortgage fraud trouble. He's being at least referred to the DOJ for further investigation. And he has apparently forgotten the entire Obama administration and the entire Biden administration. He's just forgotten them completely, because if he remembered them, he wouldn't say stupid shit like this.
To try and smear a political opponent, I mean, it's just absurd. It's absolutely absurd. But as my lawyer, one of our lawyers told me today, and this really kind of stops you right in your tracks. He said, if they do this, it'll be the greatest abuse of power by an FBI director since J. Edgar Hoover. And so those are the stakes, that we would allow the FBI to just go after the president's political enemies.
Such a drama queen. He's talking about like files, his files being like, how many times has this guy said, release the files, just not my files?
Right. He doesn't want anything about Fang Fang to be
just
released.
Not files about me and Fang Fang, when he shouldn't even be in office because of that. Dude, we should see the files. If you want files released, let's see all the files, all of them. God,
but the fact that he's like, it's so wrong to go after your political opponents. Are you freaking kidding me?
Right. This is all he did. All he does. It's like his whole life revolves around that. Shut up and take all. Bless his stinky little heart.
I know. Crazy. So in addition to Gavin Newsom potentially being a presidential candidate on the Democrat side, so too, there's rumors, at least, I don't think there's anything official, but there are rumors that Rahm Emanuel, who's the reason for my name today, could also be a contender. And I will say, he is much more reasonable of a Democrat, a traditional Democrat, if you will, than a lot of these other psychopaths that could be running, like a Mayor Pete or an AOC or any of the, but Rahm Emanuel is, I mean, he's still a Democrat, so it's out of the question. But at least he recognizes how insane his own party has become. And that is rather reassuring, I guess. Here he is.
We lost the plot. We as Democrats nationally, from Latinx to defunding the police to police organizations are all racist to bringing a set of cultural wars to our schools. We are on the losing side of those cultural wars. Full stop. You are worried about bathroom access and locker room access. Why don't you focus on classroom excellence? You have 50% of our kids not reading at grade level.
Well, they can just say we can do both.
You've proven you can't, because you've permitted a 30-year low in reading and math scores, and nobody seems to be calling the whistle on this. We lost the plot.
Why?
Because the party got unanchored. Every one of our most successful electoral presidents anchored themselves in what I call middle-class values, and values that are universal, at least in this country, ascribed to. We went from acceptance to advocacy. Big difference. And I'll just take one on that I shouldn't. So here goes. I remember fighting for Title IX. The reason we are champions in women's sports in the Olympics and soccer, hockey, etc., is Title IX. Why would you undercut the premise of Title IX with the ability of trans men playing in women's sports? To me, it's insane. It's
baffling.
You're undermining one of the great accomplishments we as a country, but also spearheaded by the Democratic Party, Title IX. And we're undercutting it.
Yeah, well, you're right. It is advocacy. But also, I'd like to point out that they're not the party of the middle class anymore.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
They have sailed so far, you can't even see the boat. It is so gone. They are the party of elites. And they want to tell everybody what to do. And they're all about being woke. And there's no turning back, Emmanuel.
But maybe...
Sorry.
I would love for our choices to be Marco or a reasonable Democrat, much more so than I would a Marco versus a Gavin or somebody, again, psycho.
Because a reasonable Democrat...
Because if a reasonable Democrat won, then hopefully they wouldn't be as crazy as a Gavin Newsom winning. You know what I mean?
I think a reasonable Democrat could win. Whereas a psycho Democrat, I think the contrast would be that much greater with like a Marco. And I think that they would have less of a chance of winning. I think you would see such a huge contrast. And
that's true.
I think it would just be better for us if you saw that contrast. Because listen, at the end of the day, if you put a Marco up against like a Gavin, or you put him up against like an AOC, cakewalk for us. I know that people will say, but AOC is really charismatic. She's a dumbass. He would mop the floor with her.
I am not
in a debate.
Expert.
Marco Rubio would mop the floor with her in a debate. Mop the floor. Without question. I feel so secure in that. JD, I don't know. I think maybe, but Marco, what I've seen over the past year, I just feel very secure in that. He has been through the ringer. He has proven himself. I just feel like, and he's Latino, the Latino vote too. He's like Cuban American. He's Cuban American, right? He's Cuban American.
Yeah.
There's that too. So I just feel like it would be a slam dunk for us.
I would love to believe that, but unfortunately we are surrounded by morons. And of course we saw that on full display over the weekend with the No Kings protests. I know we had a couple highlights earlier in the week of how crazy some of these people are, but just wanted to share a few more. What's the name of the guy that kind of looks like our Spencer, who works for Jesse Waters, who does the Man on the Street now?
What's his name? I don't know his name off the bat. I know you're talking about though, because he calls him out all the time.
Yeah, he reminds me so much of our Indian correspondent, so much. But anyway, we've got some clips of him talking to some of the No Kings people. Guys, Johnny.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
He's awesome. And here are a few highlights from the weekend.
What are we going to do to the king?
Gonna shut him down.
How are we going to shut him down?
Impeachment.
If there's impeachment, that means there's a Congress and Donald Trump can't be a king.
Right.
Right. Why is Donald Trump a king?
Because he's nuts.
He smells funny.
For real?
Yeah.
Is that a question?
Because he has repeatedly overused his...
He's trying to abuse this world and try to make this place all about him.
Why are you asking me this? You know the answer.
What's the answer?
You know it.
What is it?
You know the answer.
So many people showed up.
Imagine if they showed up like this for Kamala.
Oh, God.
People showed up for Kamala.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
Who do you want to win the U.S.-Iran war?
Honestly, I can't say who.
You don't want the United States to win?
Not with Trump.
The U.S. is bombing Iran for no reason. I am rooting for the United States to just stop.
So you're not rooting for the United States?
Correct.
Are you happy the Ayatollah's dead?
No. I'm not happy that anyone's dead.
Trump took out the Ayatollah. He took out Maduro. He seems to be the king's slayer. You got to give him credit.
How can you ask that question?
I don't know. I heard he loves strong men.
Do you love strong men?
Well, maybe George Clooney.
Yeah, I'd be shaken if I saw him.
Literally shaking.
She's like, I'm not happy that anybody's dead except Charlie Kirk.
Right. I mean, what in the world these people are?
They're all mentally ill, all of them.
Oh my gosh, they're completely mentally ill. There was a whole different similar interaction, not with Johnny, but there was a person doing man on the street interviews with somebody and asking about Sheridan Gorman and like these illegal criminals hurting Americans, and the logic process or lack thereof of this protester was absolutely stunning. You can't even. I don't even know how to make sense of this.
What about Sheridan Gorman? She was in Chicago just walking around, just recently killed by an illegal immigrant. That's a sanctuary city.
Right. Well, murder is a crime already. So we prosecute those who commit the crimes.
So they have to commit the crime before we can enforce keeping people safe.
Yeah, you can't. There's a sci-fi movie about that where they were like, "Oh, these people are going to commit crimes. Let's arrest them."
I'm saying it's already illegal for someone to not come into this country legally, but we're not enforcing it, and it's costing people like Sheridan Gorman's lives.
Well,
she would still be here today if an illegal immigrant hadn't broke the law and killed her, right?
Right, but statistically speaking, native-born Americans commit more crime per capita than people who are immigrants or illegal immigrants.
So just let's bring in more illegals to make the total number of murders even higher.
Well, no, the total murders would go down if we had more immigrants because they commit less crime than people who were born here. So the murder rate would decrease if we let everybody in.
That was real. That was for real.
There's so much retardation in that clip that it hurt. I'm getting a migraine. Like, if we let more people in, there's going to be less murder, you guys. That's what she said.
See? Because they commit less murders. So if we just need to let more and more of them in, and we'll be fine.
My God. Oh my God.
I know.
I cannot. And then they're like, we're the party of the intellectual elite. You MAGA people are stupid. You don't read. Oh, derpy derp. Okay.
I know.
All right.
You can't.
If you say it to yourself enough, it must be true, I guess. Okay.
I cannot think of a time that we have needed funny things more.
I need funny things.
And I don't know, this will only be relatable to people, maybe lacrosse moms, but also other sports moms. And do you remember, was she an actress or a model? I think she was a model. Molly Sims.
Yes.
Was she just a model? Or did she like act also?
I have no idea what she would act in, but I remember her being some sort of a model person. Yes.
Okay. Well, she apparently is on social media and she wanted to show off her new bag.
Oh.
Some people will never understand what it's like to carry a $2,000 bag.
Right. It's true.
But it's a lacrosse bag. I see what she did there. She got us all thinking, ooh, she's going to show her new Chanel or her new whatever,
right. There's a lot of sports moms can flex with that, with all the we just point at our kids. We just point at our kids and go, see that tech suit that my kid has on? See all the stuff that my kid's carrying and basically all the stuff my kid has. And that's why I shop at Old Navy. That's why.
Exactly.
That's why.
I know you follow him, Bowmanizer, who is so funny, who does such a great job of making fun of the Kardashians and just reality shows in general. Wanted to show what reality shows do about just the most minor things. So, for example, if somebody has a cough, here's what it ends up looking like on reality TV.
So I'm back home hanging out with my friends Eden and Taryn. So how are you guys doing? Good. Eden starts coughing directly into my mouth. Oh my god. I cannot breathe. Did you just cough?
There was something in my throat.
Drama.
I'm having a panic. Eden is coughing in my mouth. Taryn starts dancing. The disrespect was so potent, I have a vision.
I am sick.
I just had a vision. So in shock right now.
I am sick.
The music.
Of your disrespect.
Eden, how dare you?
It's whenever he does the Kardashians, it's my favorite because it's always the music. They say and do nothing. Right. They have all this. It's the music. It's just this dramatic music that's just so stupid.
And it makes it sound like whatever they just said was so important, but it really wasn't.
It's just this. It is all dramatic music. That's all it is. That's all reality TV is dramatic music, you guys. It's the score.
It's so great. Okay. Lastly, we have a guy that's on an escalator. And he's using his phone in selfie mode with all those funny face filters, which then apply to the people standing behind him on the escalator against their will.
Yes.
And so I love watching their reactions because some people just like try to do this.
Right? Like, I'm out of here. I can't do this.
They just try to move off screen, but some of them get into it. And those are my people, the people that like laugh and think it's funny. I love that. And this whole thing just made me laugh so much. Here it is.
I would be laughing too.
I know. Right?
What are you gonna
It's the people that pretend they can't see it. Like, just
what in the world?
oh my God.
So great.
Was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I would play along. I would be all about it.
Absolutely. You would play along. I would too. I would play along too.
All right. We do have a couple of reviews from our Apple Podcast platform. Thank you for sending them, submitting them. We so appreciate it. And we will get to all of them. And so please keep leaving them. If you haven't, please hit Apple Podcasts, that platform, and leave us a review. We would appreciate it. Here's the first one.
Okay. From Lizzie Izzy 1122. Awesome podcast. I've been listening to the Chicks for almost 10 years now. They have a great and fun way of discussing current topics in politics and entertainment. Thank you.
Thank you. Here's another.
Sister Eggy, the way to start my day. For the past 4.5 years, I've started my day with my newest friends. Mock and Daisy have done what no one could do before. They help me see the light through my tunnel of independence to the promised land of conservatism. Oh, how wonderful is that?
Isn't that the greatest? God, I love messages like that.
Great.
Love them.
Love.
Let me make sure I get all of my, yes. Okay. And then from Venmo yesterday, Tracy Woofenden said, Dad Joke Wednesday, wife said, if I get coffee without her, then she is leaving me. That's grounds for divorce. Prayers for my daughter.
First baby, a girl after 3 boys.
Oh,
my
okay.
goodness.
I'm sorry. I do not read emoji well.
That is fantastic. Look at that. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
This is when she's going to go completely broke.
Terry Sarmiento said, greetings from California. Newsom lost in court, paying a big fine for hiding from parents the transing of kids.
Yeah.
Dad Joke Wednesday, George Lucas forgot Yoda's last name. It's Lady Who. Take my money, jerks.
Who.
And also from Terry, raise your hand if the interviewer in yesterday's Gay of Hormuz sounded like Surge in Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh my God.
Would you like a twist of lemon? If it's no problem. Don't be silly.
God, I remember that.
I didn't even notice
so
that.
Great. Remember Surge? I remember. Oh my God.
Let's see. Carrie Heath. Oh no, that's just, she's talking about our store. Nancy Kate said, hey chicks, Israelis are willing to sit in these safe rooms for a safer world and free the Iranian citizens. I think we Americans can deal with a temporary higher gas price. Not great, but worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you for recognizing the bigger picture.
We have a bunch of babies living in this country. Bunch of spoiled brats, really.
Totally. Over on Locals, Neiman64 said, I planted a joke for April Fools, still waiting for it to grow on people. Happy Dad Joke Wednesday. That's right, you guys, it's April Fools.
Yeah, it's April Fools. Yeah.
I hate today. I hate April Fools. I hate the pranks. I hate everything about
Really?
this.
Because you usually love pranks.
But I don't like the kind where you don't know if what you're reading in the news today is true or not.
It's true.
I hate that because it's already hard enough on every other day. But like on April Fools, it's especially hard to discern. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just don't like it anymore.
Mhm.
I love a prank, like a physical prank. I'm all about it. But this kind of stuff, dislike.
Yeah.
Audrey Krause 5. Good morning, chicks. Kristi Noem wasn't suspicious that Brian always volunteered to pick up balloons for all of their parties. It was so crazy how many freaks are out there.
There are a lot of freaks.
Right? She knew. Come on.
I feel like you kind of know if your husband's doing that stuff. You kind of know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Roth Lady Wright, they do background on everyone in the government. The man knows everything. Of course she knew. She knew, the administration knew, everyone at the water cooler knew. Trump himself might not have known, but everyone else knew.
Yeah.
So sick. I would like a divorce from all the sickos. Quick, hilarious fact. I was actually voted most likely to open a water balloon factory in high school.
What in the world?
Thing.
That is so bizarre.
Math Nerd Knitter said, today is my 21st wedding anniversary, not a joke. So honoring that with a dad joke. Parallel lines have so much in common. It's a shame they'll never meet. Roth Lady Wright said, Molly Sims acted in Las Vegas. It ran for many years. She was James Caan's daughter.
Okay. Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And Math Nerd Knitter said, be sure to check out NASA's YouTube live stream for the Artemis 2 launch, scheduled for 6:30 p.m. today. First moon mission since 1972. America.
Okay. All right. Supernova, Dad Joke Wednesday. It is a 5-minute walk from my house to the bar, but it's a 45-minute walk from the bar to my house. The difference is staggering. Shelly Bolton, Dad Joke Wednesday. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors? Because if they had 4, they'd be chicken sedans. Please forgive me. Take my coop money. Clark 224. I'm not joking when I tell you that I was born 67 years ago today. All right. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. And April Fool's, baby. You got to love that. Maxwell Edison's mom. What did the Australian anesthesiologist say to his patient when he first met him? Delighted to meet ya. In an Australian accent. I didn't do it in an Australian accent. I'm sorry. I read that terribly and I apologize. Sorry about that. Marcy Perales. Good morning, beautiful people. Please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss out on any content. Also share with your friends if you like. Thanks. Much love. Thank you, Marcy.
Thank you, Marcy.
James Kissler, X2E. The only thing flat earthers have to fear is sphere itself.
Yeah, I get it.
Number 2, can an orphan eat at a family restaurant? That's a great question. Curio 2369. What is the definition of confusion? 20 blind lesbians at a fish market.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Oh my God, Curio.
Terrible.
Really bad. Tilt-a-whirl 72. Happy April Fool's Day. Turned 55 today and celebrating being married to my wonderful husband for over 20 years tomorrow. No joke. Y'all make my day. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
So great.
Happy.
I'll be 55 this year. So yay, 55, double nickels. In real life creations. Not many people know this, but I studied dad jokes in college. I majored in psychology. Psychology. I see what you did there. Bo Mama 8, y'all, the safety of my grandchildren is my biggest fear. All but one, blonde, blue-eyed. I'm not opposed to anyone posing a threat. Pray for the safety of the kid.
I'm not opposed to knifing anyone posing a threat.
I was like, wait, I'm sorry, I didn't see the knife. Sorry, that's actually very important for the context. Sorry, Bo Mama 8. Yes, I'm not opposed to that either. And everybody does need to pray for that girl. Again, that's Hezbollah, right? It's Hezbollah, it's Hamas, it's the Houthis, it's all of them. It's Islam.
Yeah.
Brian Brumley. It's not me. I am 1,000% straight and normal. And if you don't think so, then why are you gay? Megan the Coward.
Megan, thank you. Very generous.
So sweet. Do you know if women actually knew who he was and who he was married to?
I don't know if they did it initially, if you're talking about Kristi's husband,
Right.
but obviously they figured it out and called him out on it.
Yeah, they did. And then Megan the Coward again. Thank you. Very generous. I think he told Kristi he was going to be outed and she warned Trump. And that's why Trump fired her. That's probably why he fired her. I do feel like the timing is a little sus.
It's odd, but I think it was more about what she did with all like the commercial and the spending of the money on the ads and stuff.
That didn't help.
That did. I mean, but that was like a legit reason to get her out of that job.
A good reason, but I think there's some cumulative things there. I think she just had some issues, and they were like, "We just need to have you go."
Yeah.
Shelley Bolton. By the way, I have no affiliation with Brian Noem because the name Bolton. LOL. The whole world has lost its mind. Yeah.
For real.
Supernova. Gutfeld will do Bazoomagate 2.0 on Brian Noem. Yeah, he will. Bo Mama 8. Dad Joke Wednesday. Why can't Barbie get pregnant? Ken comes in a different box.
Oh my God.
Also, autocorrect misspelled. Opposed in my first comment, not me. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Supernova. Immunoglobulins for Mod Brain. For Mod Brian. I'm sorry. Did I say? I'm sorry. For Mod Brian. Immunoglobulins. It's for you, Brian. Catherine Richards 7976. The man who invented throat lozenges has died. There was no coffin at the funeral. Shelley Bolton, happy Leftist Day, everyone, or rather April Fool's Day, but I repeat myself. And by the way, I'm not the least bit disappointed in you ladies. Laughter is therapeutic. It is therapeutic.
Right? You have to laugh at the dumb news.
Good Lord.
I don't know how we're supposed to survive otherwise.
That's literally us. We've been doing that for 17 years. Ranger Girl 8473. I miss One Day in News and miss all the haboob. Thanks for catching us up. Maxwell Edison's mom. Ron DeSantis' hair looked like Ronald Reagan's. Yeah.
But Ronald Reagan's always looked like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're
And
just
so
upset.
it's the change that was a little jarring.
She doesn't like change, you guys. She's not a fan of change.
Not a fan.
Candy O, thank you for that heart and that super sticker. Chelsea Hooper. 32 states allow people to become lower judges like magistrates, justice of the peace without ever going through law school. I don't know if that's new or not, but I thought that's crazy. It is crazy. And I don't think that's okay.
It's always been that way, though. The judges don't have to go to law school.
I don't think that's okay. Bad Duck. Happy Dad Joke Wednesday. Grandma found a lump under her left breast, but the doctor said it was okay. It was just her kneecap. J City 10. Vance, DeSantis, and Rubio are future presidents.
God willing.
Yep. Arner M. To be fair, the vice president has two. To be fair to JD, the vice president has two jobs: preside over the Senate and have a heartbeat. He has no other constitutional duties. Take my time out, money. Yeah,
it's true.
He really doesn't.
I mean, he is working on the fraud thing. Like that's been his new assignment.
Yeah, so. I feel like that would take up a lot more time because there's a whole hell of a lot of fraud in this country.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Angela McDonald 1234. I love you, chicks. You and all the insiders are awesome. Thanks for being steadfast. You are the ones I come to. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you, Angela. Israel made me gay. I've arrived to the chat. Israel killed Charlie. They have Nancy Guthrie, and Qatar doesn't own me and doesn't pay me to talk about Israel. Okay, well, I
mean, that was a very generous super sticker, but
yeah,
respectfully could not disagree with you any harder.
It's just the weirdest freaking note ever, but thank you for that super sticker. Chelsea Hooper, I have a few jokes about unemployed people, but none of them work. Dad Joke Wednesday. Love you, chicks. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Chelsea. Arnerm, a reasonable Democrat sounds like an April Fool's joke.
Really
Such a person would go to Abigail Spanberger before the inauguration ends. Supernova, I give up. Bring on the rapture. Yeah.
Right.
J City 10, JD mopped the floor with Waltz. Did we all forget? I mean, that's not a hard thing to do though. Because, you know, Waltz is a couple sandwiches short of a picnic. You know what I mean?
And he's not like a practiced communicator the way that like a Gavin or an AOC is.
No. Jose, Texas 15. Morning from Texas chicks. On April 1st, AI equals April idiots. Just take my $499. Thank you, Jose. Arner, we didn't get Marcy's first good morning post?
Well, we got it. It's just that it wasn't first. But we saw it.
Yep. West Virginia Fruit Loop. What did the elephant ask the naked man? How do you breathe out of that thing?
The necked man?
The naked man. I think it's the naked man.
Oh,
how do you breathe it?
How do you breathe? Okay.
Yeah, how do you breathe that?
I got it.
Yeah, because of
Sorry, I'm slow.
Yeah, how do you breathe that? I think. Marcy Peralez. Hi, you missed my first sticker. Good morning.
It wasn't there.
We didn't see it, Marcy.
It wasn't at the tippy top.
We were as shocked as you are. We were as shocked because it's like usually you're right there.
First credit.
Always. Thank you, Marcy. All right, you guys. It is Wednesday.
I would just like the record to reflect that this was a Candace-free show.
It was. You guys are welcome for that. I'm sure there's going to be some batshittery on that sometime the rest of the week. So don't count on it being.
Never fails to disappoint.
Yes, exactly. You guys have a fabulous Wednesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.